This is your announcer, Shannon Saint Mainframe, welcoming you to our IP Livecast. This Memorial Day weekend, we salute the Livecast legends who gave their lives for our podcasting freedom. Peter Steele, Mitch Lucker, Seth Putnam, Dave Rocky, Sean. Your memories live on forever. Our IP Livecast starts now.
Now wait a minute. Hold on.
Who was that last one?
Wait, I don't think Sean's dead, Shannon.
Sean
Is very much alive.
When was the last time you talked to him?
A few months ago.
You don't know what happened.
That's fair. I feel like I would have seen something.
So you're saying Shannon has delivered a scoop?
It's possible.
Oh wow.
Or a portent.
Yeah, she is ever present, omnipresent, as they say. So maybe she knows something we don't know.
She has access to all our blood work and scans. She knows.
She's like
True.
Jeff Fahey in the Lawnmower Man. She can go into all the phones and discover everything about everybody.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Welcome to RIP a Livecast. It's Rob here with Sid and 3D. It is indeed Memorial Day weekend 2025. And we're glad you could spend your Saturday morning or whenever you listen to us with us.
Yeah.
We're live every Saturday, archived soon after, always on YouTube and wherever you download your audio podcasts. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, you could always send us your feedback, riplivecast@gmail.com.
Next week we'll be live on Sunday, right?
I guess so, yeah.
That's correct.
1 week only. Adjust your calendars.
Memorial Day, of course, the unofficial start of summer. There's still about a month till summer technically starts.
But everyone has the vibe of summer starting on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Except that it's 30 degrees outside. So that's kind of throwing a monkey wrench into it.
Here in New York, it's been a little, well, it's been spring weather. You can say that for sure.
Overall, yes, but in the last 3 to 4 days, it's been like February. It's brutal.
Yeah. It's been gross. Rob, no beach days yet, or have you had any?
No beach days yet. I've been closely monitoring the water temperature. It got close this week, but then with all the cool weather, it kind of was a bit of a setback.
Now, I'm surprised by that because it was like 84 a few weeks ago, like a week ago, maybe. Wasn't it?
Yes.
It was like really warm. You didn't go to the beach that day?
I did not go to the beach that day because the water would have still been cold. Like the water right now is 59 degrees. I did it the other way, where in the fall it got cold and it was like too cold to go, but then there was like a 90-degree day and I went, and there was a little acclimation required to the coolness. It was like a cold plunge, but
I mean, it's not
because
like you're a polar bear. You know, it's not like January 1st and you're going in there. People can do that, so I feel like
I know. I am a total
Man up.
pussy when it comes to cold water. I will fully admit it. My body just shuts down. It does not.
What if you
like
go
it.
in with like a t-shirt and sweatpants on?
Oh,
I have yet to do that. I've thought about getting a rash guard so I could extend my swimming a month or two. But
don't you already have that for BJJ?
No, but like a specific one for the water. There's
many ways to get rashes. I had no idea.
What do you mean?
Everything can give you a rash.
Absolutely.
To guard at all times.
Nipples are sensitive. It's really my nipples.
Drop.
That's the indicator. It's just like my nipples cannot handle the freezing temperatures, and the rest of my body feels too uncomfortable.
Go in with one of them coconut bras.
I think the water will still get in, though.
You seen those nips, Sid? He'll cut right through that, like glass cutter.
Exactly.
When I get the glass cutters, like when my nipples are extremely hard, it gets painful if it's to a certain extent. It like I don't know what's happening scientifically, but it feels like it's stretching the surrounding skin towards a point, and it starts feeling like pain. Honestly, like a little bit of pain.
Yeah, I agree.
I do not like it one bit.
There's a guy at my gym.
Oh no!
Big nips.
My BJJ gym.
They call him big nips. They call him.
No, I'm not going for the nips. We call him Big Rob. We got a bit of a joke going because his name is Rob and I'm Rob, but he's my senior. He's a brown belt and I'm a blue belt. So and obviously I'm significantly taller than him.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Get taller than Big Nips Nelson? Okay, gotcha.
But so we call him Big Rob and I'm Baby Rob. But Big Rob goes all throughout the winter he does cold plunges into the ocean for like a minute. Okay. So he's been like roasting me. He's like, when you coming out to the water, Baby Rob? That's not what he sounds like, but that's not what he sounds like. But hey, Baby Rob.
Harvey Firestein.
Come under the cold water with me, please, Baby Rob. Big Rob. I'm Baby Rob.
No. Harvey Firestein is Big Rob. I'm Baby Rob.
Okay.
That's
all right.
It's funny that way. It's the comedy. But hopefully I'll be joining him soon. He goes to Fort Tilden. He doesn't want those lifeguards getting in his.
Where's that? I don't know where that is.
Jersey?
It's in Queens, in Far Rockaway.
Oh, right. There's a high school over there that I worked at, I think.
Yeah, so there's Reese Beach. But if you go the other way, it's just an abandoned beach that no one really... Yeah, there's like it's just not developed or anything. It's just almost forgotten about. So it's a great way to.
So there's no lifeguards or anything?
No lifeguards. Yeah,
that's allowed.
I think it's technically trespassing, but
yeah,
no one does any checks there. It's just an unused.
Don't go there and drown, Rob. We can't lose.
I feel very confident in my swimming ability, where it would take a lot for me to drown.
There's a very cool beach like that in Brooklyn, like the North Shore of Coney Island. Have you ever been down there? If you go to the opposite side, it's like how Coney Island's kind of like an isthmus. It's like a peninsula, and then you're on where all the stuff is, like the rides, is on the southern edge of that. And if you go a few blocks to the north of it, and you go all the way down to like where Seagate is almost, there's like a really nice hidden beach behind some bushes, and they have no lifeguards, and you can see like Staten Island, the Verrazano Bridge from the opposite side that you normally see it, and it's just like a lot of really nice panoramic views. And then nobody goes there. It's almost completely deserted.
I'm blown away. I've never been. I just looked at it on the map. I'm guessing you mean this area right here?
Yep. If you go, no. Look, zoom out a little bit. Go to, you see where it says Kaiser Park, and it was Coney Island Creek. It's by Coney Island, that shore there.
Oh,
yeah. And you're looking.
I don't know about this. Isn't this right by across from the like the sewage factory or something?
No. See where it says, where you're looking straight north? That's like Caesar's Bay Mall over there. And like you can see all that stuff from behind. But if you look northwest, you can see the Verrazano Bridge and all that stuff. And you can see.
So you go here, and you're looking that way.
That way you could see Manhattan too a little bit.
Yeah, I see. Here's the Verrazano.
And is that also trespassing, or it's just lesser known?
I don't know the legality of it, but I could see how it could be trespassing because it's like deserted basically. But I think it's just lesser known.
I want to check out Sunset View Park. I guess this is in Seagate, right? So this is closed off.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Because that is a gated community, technically.
Yeah.
Right?
Seagate is the weirdest phenomenon to me when I was a kid, because it's like just a place in Brooklyn that you just can't go into.
Yeah.
And Rob ruined the illusion for me. I think it was you. You told me you had a friend. And if you know someone that lives in there, you're allowed to go in as a guest.
Yep.
And you said you went in there, it was just like another fucking Mill Basin. It was just like
was the biggest letdown I've ever had.
I went once also. I don't remember how or why, but yeah, it was just another fucking neighborhood.
Because a friend of the show, Nick, he had an uncle who lived there, and we were just kind of biking around. He was like, yeah, let's go in, whatever. Let's go check it out. And he was like, yeah, my uncle, blah, blah, blah. He lives at this, and this. And they're like, all right, go in.
And that's it? Was like, you didn't even have evidence? You just had to say
that's it. I think he may have called the uncle to confirm.
Okay.
It was like the clouds parted and a shaft of light came down.
It felt like Jurassic Park. And I'm like, but then yeah, it's like, oh, it's just Brooklyn.
You're in Midwood.
It's exactly the same. Like nothing about it looked any different than the other part of Coney Island. Like you would not know.
Just other
here in a gated community. I guess there were some nice houses by the beach, as you would assume, but nothing that different than say Manhattan Beach.
Have you looked into how much real estate there is, Rob? Perhaps that could be your next purchase, your next
Well,
estate.
that was the thing. There was like one, I guess it's only like two or three avenues. It's Neptune, Mermaid, and Surf. But there was like, I think it was Mermaid, like looked pretty like dumpy. Like looked like those buildings needed to be renovated. So I don't know.
My friends and I used to, when we were stupid kids, like 7 or 8, just like sit in the school bus and like romanticize that. You would have thought it was Shangri-La in Seagate listening to us.
I agree. That's how it was. That's how it was kind of explained to me as well by my parents.
We used to theorize like, how can we break into Seagate to like wander around and look inside of there? Just never really did it.
Go fuck with all the rich kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay in your part of town. See?
But they're not even that rich anymore. Yeah, like here, you could even see, here's the Zillow listings.
This is what we're doing on the show.
Pretty much basically what you would expect for
regular houses.
Yeah, regular houses.
But it's almost beach. It's walkable to a beach, Rob. Come on.
Yeah. Well, the thing is also though, but how long are these going to last with climate change?
That's true. Yeah.
You are privy to natural disasters. You probably
like $1.89 half of those houses now.
Yeah.
I saw some under $1 million, which is shocking for a Brooklyn house. I think
they must be absolutely wrecked then and need complete renovation, I would assume.
Yeah. I mean, even houses in very, very bad neighborhoods in Brooklyn are usually running about $1 million.
Yeah.
So there you have it. There's also I haven't been there yet. It's called Mermaid Spa. It's a Russian bathhouse.
Oh no.
In Seagate.
Seagate. So if you ever want to go, just say I'm going to the Russian bathhouse.
Oh, you're allowed to go in if you patronize a business.
Yeah, Mermaid Spa, I believe is the name of it. Also, though, there's a bus that runs through Seagate too. So I feel like the security is like a little lax. Right?
There's no bus that goes in there, is there? I don't think so. It stops right at the gate. I think it stops right at the gate. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I think so. I don't think a bus can fit through that gate. It's like a low clearance, as far as I know.
Rob,
I mean, I haven't been there in like 4 years. But.
Yeah, no, I don't see. You're right. There's no MTA.
No. I walked down there during COVID because I was just doing long walks to get the fuck out of the house, and I walked right to Seagate. I think that was the last time I was there.
Rob, I think you need to go when the weather warms up. See what kind of trouble you could get into.
No, the B-36 does in fact go there.
Are you sure? I think it goes right to the gate of it. I don't think it goes in, but I don't want to.
Okay, you might be right. Yes, you're correct. Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes Muffler wants to know if that bus has Joe Budden seats.
It should if it doesn't.
That bus is a Joe Budden seat.
You're right. It goes to the gate. I was incorrect.
Joe Budden owns 3 houses in Seagate. He can't get rid of them. He can't get anyone to rent.
That's appropriate because then he's always behind the people that are in the real Brooklyn part.
Yeah.
If Joe Budden, wouldn't Joe Budden's seats be better on a bus? Because I don't. Wait. No, the Fat Joe seat would be the Rosa Parks seat because she'd be in the front, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Joe Budden's seats would be worse. It'd be going back to before civil rights. Fuck Joe Budden. I'm pro civil rights. Fuck you, Joe Budden.
I wanted to also mention a few weeks ago, I guess it's a few years ago now. Yes. Speaking of Joe Budden, last week we covered the great philosopher of our time, Fat Joe. And in covering the philosophy about the Joe Budden seats, about how, you can't let your enemies be in front of you.
Buddha was fat too. I mean, fat Buddha.
This other story from 2022 popped up about Fat Joe speaking up for a kindergarten teacher.
Oh, good for him.
Who this teacher, she has a very shapely figure.
Oh boy.
And and some parents thought that like her clothing or something is inappropriate. Where she's dressed fine. She just has a big
fine
booty.
Or fine.
Both.
Can we see? I was going to say, are we going to be able to judge what side of the debate we land on here?
Why is she always posing? I guess she's like squatting down to be similar height to the children.
Yeah, I think she's. I'm 50-50 on this.
There's a BBL situation happening, I think, for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, wait, hold on. Are we opining on this, or do we want to delve into Fat Joe's participation first?
Well, let me just show one other photo, and then
He's happy about it.
That looks photoshopped.
And then so here's a little video report on what's going on, just so we don't have to.
Oh, why don't you warn me?
What's going on, Fat Joe? Where's the voiceover?
Musica.
The art teacher receiving pressure from parents because of her attire.
How about that? In New Jersey, they got a sister, school teacher.
Sister.
They trying to fire her because she too sexy. She too beautiful. She's too curvish.
Curvis.
He's Curvis.
We had a teacher.
Is that like Simus?
He's so curvaceous, he had to invent a new word. Like gastrous ball. When there's something really important, you gotta.
She's got a couple of Curvis balls.
Fuck yeah, that's a nice Curvis ball.
I had a teacher named Miss Noel, who was very, and I was young, but I knew that Miss Noel was fucking beautiful.
Good for you spotting that.
CS 146. I knew that she was
very
don't
brave.
Call her out. Now people are gonna be stalking her.
Well, she's probably 86 now.
Right, but people are gonna want to see what she looks like now. He has a lot of followers.
Her IG's blowing up.
She fucked up his eye because he was looking at her vagina lips from sitting on the floor during nap time. He was looking right at her vagina lips. She gave him a whack with the ruler. That's why his eyes fucked up.
Special one. And so they sit.
That was back when you could hit kids.
They come in and bringing the kids. The kids is look at my mom. She came on here laughing. Ma, you know Miss Noel's a nice lady.
Yeah.
I guess he's live on Instagram right now.
And so
she had a nice krika.
School teacher, I say let the women be great.
Okay. Making women great.
Somebody for their looks. Can you fire a teacher that's ugly?
Yes.
Could you?
Well, I love the peanut gallery in the background. No, you can't. You can't.
But this is
We've gone too woke.
But he's not. They didn't fire her because she was beautiful. They fired her because she's wearing skin tight clothing.
But was she even fired?
Well, we're only going on Fat Joe's word here, so who the fuck knows? There might not even be a teacher. Who knows?
Yeah,
that was AI.
You remember her, and so this school teacher, I say let the women be great.
Let her go to school naked.
I want Fat Joe to start a charter school where it's only teachers with BBLs. That's like the only unique thing about the charter school.
Right. And no clothes. Let's see all of those Curvis balls.
It's the charter school with a champagne room.
Today's Curvis balls are not yesterday's Curvis balls.
True.
He's right.
Miss Noel had them good Curvis balls.
Yeah, they were natural Curvises. Now you got all this injectable Curvis.
BBL shit.
Discrimination, but so how could you fire a teacher because she bad?
Yeah. I'm with you, Fat Joe.
Comment and subscribe.
Whatever. All right. So, can I weigh in on this here?
Yeah.
I think that curvaceous women sometimes have a problem finding certain types of clothes that, maybe they want to go to a job interview, they want to dress conservatively.
Yeah. And
it's hard to cover up. This woman is not doing that. She is clearly trying to dress sexy at work. So I think this is and I don't mean to be a Puritan about it, but I think this is a situation. It might be a tad inappropriate for a kindergarten class or whatever she's teaching. But to fire her, I think would be OD. Like,
yeah, because it's not like she's showing skin. She's just wearing like form-fitting outfits.
Yes.
And in like 2 pictures. That could have been one fucking day. We don't know.
Would you agree with me, though, that what we saw in the pictures might be inappropriate for a
I don't think it's that inappropriate. I don't know. I think it's fine. I don't think it.
Is there anything that could be inappropriate for a
Sure, but like, okay.
Yeah, that I think is fine.
I don't think this is the jeans outfit. Maybe
was really over the top.
Let me find that one again. But
I mean, she's wearing Crocs or some Croc-like brand.
Slides.
Slides, yeah.
Trying to match the kids' footwear.
I think she's trying to like dress it down. Like, look, I got Crocs on. I'm not overdressed. What are you talking about?
But like, even with this, it's like, so she shouldn't wear jeans, you know? Like,
yeah,
this
like
is what her ass looks like.
The only jeans that wouldn't be like this on her, like Jinkos.
I'm not hating. I mean, I think it looks great. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I think it's fine. The woman herself posted a video defending herself. She's an art teacher. So I think
it just says she's facing criticism from parents. Nowhere in that post is
she's not fired.
Well, that is art, by the way.
Yeah.
I would like
I will say I remember like all my art teachers were hot. They tend to
not me.
No.
Oh, all of mine were like part-time teachers that like they're just doing this because they're trying to be artists or whatever, and they were all like very out there.
No, I got them at the end of that arc when they were like in their late 50s and they had failed at art, and this is all they had left.
I had men.
Okay,
I had 2 men in elementary school that were my art teachers.
Most of mine were women, I feel. I remember one of my junior high school art teacher was the best because she didn't grade us. She said she would give us a project and then I'd be like, miss whatever, I'm done. What's my grade? She's like, you tell me. What do you think you deserve? How much effort did you put into it?
Art doesn't get
and I was
graded.
Like,
you're right.
Oh, okay, hey.
Good lesson. Do you know that they do that in college now? That you don't necessarily get the grade you request, but every professor says, what do you think you should have gotten? It's like that interview question when you're trying to get a job, like what are your strengths and all that shit. You have to fill that out when the class is like 1 week from over.
That's some reverse psychology bullshit.
Yeah,
I hate
that's
that.
bullshit. Don't make me do work like that.
Well, whatever.
But
I would
sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm curious because I agree with what both of you said, which that could be just 2 random photos there. Like I'd like to hear what she had to say about this topic so that we get her perspective and not just Fat Joe's done. Do you have that video?
Yeah, here it is.
Okay.
This is her. This is the teacher.
Yeah, this is
I want to give her open forum on this show.
Oh, it's 14 minutes. I don't know if we need.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Huh.
Also, I gotta say, I feel like the only complaints are coming from wives who caught their husbands staring when they were dropping the kids off at school. That's 100% what this is.
I was just about to say the same exact thing after seeing her face, and it's like, okay, she clearly likes to get like cosmetic enhancements here,
right.
And so
on a teacher salary, where's
fine.
that money coming from?
Well, she maybe has a rich husband or something.
No.
But yeah, like you said, it's like clearly they don't like the attention that their husbands are giving this teacher or something like that. Yeah.
But also, I'm trying to think of it purely objectively, like what an educator. Like I know if I was in that class, I wouldn't learn shit. I was just looking at her fucking butt cheeks all day, and that's great for me. I don't know if you know what I mean? Is it a good?
You learn what your kinks are. That's something.
Oh my god! So I just before we watch this video, I want to quickly scroll through her Instagram page. Toy Box Dolls is her name. Z and Dolls. Toy Box Dolls.
She have an OnlyFans?
Probably by now. Is she still a teacher?
She has 1 million followers.
Whoa!
She lives in Philly, Jersey. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, so South Jersey, and she has no problem showing off her assets.
Yeah,
like
she's clearly had the glow up since this original news story.
Yeah,
looks great.
Oh,
that's my kind of woman. I'm a fan.
So, Darren will be sending his future children to this woman.
You gonna follow? You gonna follow her now, Darren?
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I don't like thirst traps. It's just like a distraction. I could watch porn if I want that.
I see.
Cutting into my important internet time by just what am I gonna scroll her? All right, she looks great.
We're doing it right now.
Well, this is for our show.
This is for research purposes.
Yeah. So let's hear what she has to say.
She's now engaged to Fat Joe.
¿Cómo está todo el mundo? Espero que todo el mundo esté bien en el día de hoy. I hope everybody's doing amazing today. Like me.
Oh, I love her voice too. I'm intoxicated right now.
Okay. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day so far.
Oh,
like me.
Marry me.
Well, I'm having a confusing day, but good morning. When this class starts, I'm not in school today.
I changed my mind. She could be naked in class.
She could be the art teacher and the nude model all at the same time.
I would have guessed she was Dominican. I did not expect her to be Puerto Rican. That's wild.
How can you tell the difference?
In her Instagram bio, it says that she's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
That came out. Thank you for the badges.
So she's clearly on live, so she's waiting for people to pop in.
I don't think I'm gonna be on live too long. I do have a lot to do today. I gotta go shopping and buy I gotta buy some more stuff for my classroom because I didn't finish. I actually didn't even start setting up my classroom.
Bullshit. I don't care. If it was like a 2-minute video.
First time in school, period, ever in life.
Okay, here we go. She starts.
Importantly for my kindergartners because it's their first time in school, period, ever in life. So I have to get some stuff together for the kindergartners for sure, and feel safe and let them know that it's going to be a fun environment, and they're going to make. One thing I want to address is
Fat Joe. Stop looking at my ass.
Yeah,
the mothers, the mothers. Okay,
yeah. You were right. You called it.
At my specific school, meaning the one that I am an actual teacher at, some of those mothers are legit my biggest supporters.
Oh, okay.
Biggest supporters. You understand me?
Yeah, we got it. That's 14 minutes. You go to minute 11. She's like, no, do you understand the biggest?
Moms, and I'm talking about
like they're such big supporters. When they sit around the preschool, they sit around the preschool. Most of them.
Oh,
but like some of the kindergartners' moms from last year, 5th grade, some of my old 6th graders, 3rd grade, 2nd grade. These moms have been under these like reports and these tabloids and these blog and gossip pages defending my honor.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I told you, this is minute 4. It's the same
at my school, my community, the place that I am teaching at.
We get it.
Are really my biggest.
Good thing she doesn't teach
supporters.
like public
We're
speaking.
4 minutes in.
Some of the
She's
people
saying the same shit.
For me.
Is this on a loop, maybe?
I don't know what's going on in the world.
What was that? That's John Cena. She just pulled out the preacher accent.
Thanks for the badges. For those of you who got some badges right. I wish I could have read everything you guys said, but I was here kind of venting today, or I really just want to
say something.
Oh my god,
I'm over it. I don't like it.
I get more excited than the people.
Darren went from in love to over it in the span of 30 seconds.
Personality is very important to me. She's a beautiful woman. She's a perfectly she's my type exactly. But you started talking and she lost me.
There's no there.
Sorry. I mean,
we're back.
I'm very ephemeral with my yeah. Well, that's how I like her. Not I don't like that. Like, she looks better in regular clothes than she looks in like glammed up, I think.
She's advertising link in bio. So let me see.
Link tree. Here we go.
No, the link tree is secure the bag. What's this?
Probably her entrepreneurial venture or something. These are risky clicks, Rob. Be careful.
Yeah, well, there usually is like an 18 and over confirmation before anything.
Okay, so she sells art. Yeah.
We could lose Shannon here if you click the wrong thing.
So she sells art. She has a Cash App. She has a wish list.
Oh.
Yeah, no OnlyFans, but she is selling this buddy token for $125.
What is a buddy token?
You get to be her buddy.
Oh.
You get a VHS tape of Buddy Hackett stand up.
Oh my god.
She hand paints a figurine for you.
Oh, that's nice.
Does the figurine have a BBL?
So can I just directly buy the fucking figurine? Or I don't need a fucking buddy token.
Yeah, I don't know. This is some of her artwork.
It's $3,000 she's selling for. Holy shit. That's a fuck. She just drew a cell from an anime. What the fuck is that?
It's just fucking Hello Kitty.
She just traced that shit. What is going on?
Is she allowed to sell her version of Hello Kitty? Isn't that sort of copyright infringement?
Yeah, I don't know.
Barbie?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's so real.
Fat Joe,
he owns all of the originals.
Yes.
It's right with his Trump sneakers. He just anything that's on sale that comes across his field of vision, he has to purchase one of just to have it.
Right. I gotta purchase all of them.
It's 101.
Not just one, but all of them.
I got to get it before Joe Budden gets it. Gotta beat him. I don't want the Joe Budden buddy tokens.
Joe Budden got them Jimmy Carter sneakers. You feel me? That's why he in the 5th row. Fuck out of here.
So, that's Fat Joe. Good to keep up with him, I think.
Good to keep up with him from 3 years ago.
Yeah. Look, anytime Fat Joe says something, we are listening. That's the message here.
We talked about the Delco car pooper last week, and on our fucking Instagram, what's his face? Necrosexual's like, that's from a few weeks ago. Keep up, guys. I wonder what he's gonna say when we post a clip of this Fat Joe thing from 2022. Yeah, he's gonna roast us.
I don't know. I don't know if he's up on the Fat Joe lore or like he's up on the Philly Cooper lore. So
he's just gonna enjoy the BBL shots.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
So I wanted to. There's this. We talked about this, I think, a few weeks ago about drinking from straws is apparently gay. What is this one piece of hair of mine? Just like not wanting. It's so curled up.
This guy, fucking first world.
Sorry, guys.
His hair.
He just stared at
bothering.
himself.
It's distracting me.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I know what he's talking about. When the like the AIDS scare was around, people were afraid to drink from the same straw.
Wait, I meant with his hair.
Oh. No, no.
It just has AIDS, Darren. Jesus,
I never said that. What are you talking about?
God, what the hell? I get tested regularly.
Yeah, you could test his Curvis balls.
It's a blood test. It's a blood. No, my balls aren't touched during the test.
Not with that attitude.
Jesse Waters said, Jesse Waters, who's of course the annoying new main Fox News host. We laughed about how he said that men don't drink out of straws, period. Not sharing a straw with anyone. Just drinking out of a straw is a feminine behavior.
Right.
And then someone was like, well, then how do you drink a milkshake? And then the response was, I don't. I'm an adult. Milkshakes are just for also you can drink a milkshake without a straw. I've done it, but
I don't drink your milkshake.
So turns out this is like a thing, because another congressman told Fox News about this. Not Senator Kennedy. Not this dipshit. But some other guy. But hold on, let's see.
What do you want to tell Jesse Waters on Fox News?
Hey, his taxes. I knew him when he was poor. That's how long I've known Waters.
He's not poor anymore.
No, he's not poor.
This guy just looks like a fucking Looney Tunes character.
Which one?
Before you go, Senator, Jesse Waters has rules for men. He says men should not have male best friends. What do you think?
What?
Jesse needs a friend.
He says men should not drink out of straws in public or at all.
I don't drink out of a straw, brother. That's what the women in my house do.
He says men should
that was it. That's what the women in my house do, brother.
Who is this guy? Never seen this guy before in my life.
Tim Burchett from Tennessee.
Oh wow.
So is this Jesse Waters stuttering John? Is that what's
I
happening?
guess so.
If you remember when Bill O'Reilly was on Fox, Jesse Waters was his.
Oh,
this guy.
I did not know that whatsoever.
The circle of life.
Remember, you did know that because there was a very racist clip before Jesse Waters.
When he was interviewing
of him
Asian
going to
people,
Chinatown. Right? Yeah, and
I didn't know that had anything to do with Bill O'Reilly, though. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it was on Bill O'Reilly's show. Yeah.
So he had his own segment on O'Reilly, like doing like silly right-wing shit.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now this guy
being the stuttering John.
Okay.
Yeah.
After Bill O'Reilly got done being Archie Bunker for 45 minutes, he had a whimsical little human interest segment.
He went to rub one out in his dressing room, and they played this clip.
I'll do it live. Fuck it.
He has to. It's the only way he could come.
He's barely alive with his gastrous balls.
Oh, there's a little more gold in this. Let's get back. There's a little more rules for men.
Oh, good. I like to know
in my
what
house, dude.
He says men shouldn't eat soup in public. What do you think of that?
Men shouldn't eat kale at all.
Kale?
Where did you
the
get
best
kale
way to
from?
prepare kale. You mix a little olive oil in with the kale, That way it slides out of the pan very easily into the garbage.
He says men.
Kale. I didn't know kale had 2 syllables in it. Kale.
What does that have to do with soup?
That's top-notch material right there. That's like the improv guy who's in an improv class and he just goes home and writes a whole bunch of shit. And the person's like hula hoops. And he's like, I want to talk about kale now.
Yeah.
I'm eating kale while doing my hula hoop.
Yeah. Is there more, Rob?
There's a little more, but that was the meat of it, so to speak.
Or the kale of it.
The kale of it. So, no kale. I'm getting into kale. I like a nice kale Caesar.
I put
kale Caesars.
I made the mistake of I been getting these like smoothies once in a while, and I throw a little bit of greens in there with all the sweeter stuff. But I made the mistake of putting kale in once, and I almost threw up. It was so fucking disgusting.
Was it just like raw kale that you didn't?
Yeah, I didn't do it. I go to a store to get it. A guy just stands behind the counter and throws the shit in that I tell him to put in, and he's like, when I get it with spinach, it tastes great. I get it with like a little bit of any other greens that they have taste great. I put kale in there. I almost wanted to fucking maybe it was bad kale. I don't know.
Isn't the thing with kale that you've got to do stuff to it before it's actually edible? You've got to like scrunch it up and shit.
I'm a vegetable noob.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think you could just you can eat it. It's just going to be disgusting if you just take it like from the grocer and put it right in. You've got to manipulate it first to make it palatable.
Well, I blame that guy then because he's supposed to be the food prep person to know that.
Yeah.
Jerk.
So what else do you put in your smoothies, Darren?
Like bananas, blueberries, and then whey protein and like whatever I see on the counter that it looks good in the moment, but always protein.
Chocolate chips and peanut butter?
I don't like peanut butter, but yeah, I'll put honey in there to make it sweeter, or like almond milk, oat milk, whatever they have. Sometimes you go to random bodegas and like they don't have so I just it's like a melange of whatever they happen to have there. But I always try to put something green in there because I don't feel like I eat that shit enough like outside in meals. I'm very new at this. Like I'm just trying different things.
I haven't had a smoothie in a while.
Do you have them because they take you get the taste good ones?
Yeah. I was a Jamba Juice smoothie guy, not like a healthy smoothie. I mean, compared to everything else I eat, that probably is healthy, but it's not an actual healthy smoothie.
I want something that tastes good. Like I'm not gonna just drink a disgusting smoothie to get energy. Like I want it to at least be somewhat enjoyable, But the main purpose of it is to get some of the things I'm not eating with my regular diet because I'm running around the city all the time, going to Chipotle and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't had a smoothie in a while, but yeah, I don't typically put greens in. It would if I were to have a smoothie, it'd be like carrot, celery, apple, and beet, something like that.
That's good. That's fine.
Yeah.
I like beets, but everything else you said was horrendous.
You don't like apples?
No.
Oh, we discussed this. Yeah, you don't like apples. I forgot.
Dusty Rhodes Muffler shamed me in the Discord this week about.
So what's your go-to smoothie then, Sid?
It's something tropical. You got mango, you got pineapple, maybe strawberry.
I love mangoes. I have mangoes every morning.
But do you put things in there
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead, Darren. Stuff in there to thicken it up so it's like a shake, or do you just drink the juice?
Well, I'm not making it myself.
I mean, the person is that what you direct them to do?
Probably yogurt or whatever the hell they put in there. I don't know. Whatever they do with Jamba Juice.
But it's not just the juice of this stuff, right? It's like
no. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Oh yeah, I guess I would get more of a juice than a smoothie then. In that case, yeah. But all right. So now that you know what kind of juices we're drinking, folks.
That's how we maintain our Curvis balls.
Oh my god.
I can't get over that Curvis. Can we make the show title just Curvis?
How are we spelling Curvis?
C-U-R-V. I guess C-U-R-V-E-O-U-S.
I like
C-U-R-V-I-S. I like because that's how it sounds. Curvis. Like it's someone's name.
Yeah.
So what did he say? Curvis body?
Curvis.
I think she was just Curvis.
No, he said another word. It was an adjective modifying a noun for sure.
We got to go back.
Curvis
gotta go
Blow,
back.
the great 80s rapper Curvis Blow.
I have the video here. Let's see.
We have to go back, Kate.
I'll take the blame. We had a teacher named. I had a teacher named Miss Noel.
Oh wait, I went too far.
Fuck Miss Noel.
School teacher. They trying to fire her because she too sexy. She too beautiful.
See, he invented the firing.
She's too curvy.
Sorry. I fucked it up. Sorry. She's too curvy. You're right. I must have made that in. Oh, you know why? Because we crossbred it with the gastrous ball, and then, then it became Curvis balls.
This story was we're a week old on we're a week late on this, so sorry, necrosexual, but I think it's worth
shut the show.
It's worth discussing because it's so ridiculous, and I just this was like all over where I go to find silly links for the show. Like all the outlets were like, look at this.
Okay, look at this stupid. Oh, this is not it. Oh, okay,
this isn't it.
No, I haven't seen this.
Also, who has news at 4:30? New at 4:30.
Where? Well, this is in Florida.
Yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, it's all senior citizens there. They're asleep by 6:30.
ABC 10.
And it's also the only 30 minutes that it's not not raining in Florida.
Yeah.
Inside that restaurant. And Local 10's Roy Ramos is joining us. He's live now in Miami.
A
with
live
reaction
remote
coming
for
in
this.
from the owner, Roy.
What could be so serious?
Christina Louie, when I spoke with that business owner, he tells me he was very
Rob, would you?
upset when he heard about what happened, but that
Yeah.
anger quickly shifted
Depends
to
on-
concern.
it depends how he
Concern
looks
for
without
his
the shirt, but
employees,
yeah.
He looks like he's
concern for
probably
his
sort of
customers,
jacked.
and
Yeah.
concern for the person responsible.
My first response was anger.
Outrage sparked at a Miami business owner after his cameras capture a man
Was that Rick
deliberately
Ross?
slapping a tray with more than a half dozen plates of food out of the hand of the
Why would he
server.
do that?
Watch as this
'Cause
man
it's
is exiting
hilarious.
through a
I
glass
love
door,
that
and
they-
just as
they're
that server
playing
walks
it.
by, he
Because
hits
he's
the
a-
tray, causing the
Because he's a
glass to
fucking
explode.
boss.
That server is left with a look of
It does seem like one of those things like, oh, it's there. I need to do it.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's wrong. I just see.
Just to say you could have done it.
For the
You
clout.
had, it's a bucket list. You don't want to go into
that
your
server
grave
is
thinking
left
I
with a
walked
look
by
of
a tray
confusion.
full of food and didn't flip it over.
to the floor.
Wow.
As that server is left with a look of confusion, that man
He's
just
like, what?
casually walked away.
Knocked over the tray full of food.
The Three Stooges. there.
Oh, Luis
So was
Garcia.
that like food he was about to take out to serve to people, or is that
Yes.
like when they were finished and this is just
No,
Looks like a
no,
list full
he's
of food.
going out to serve people, and then this guy just knocks over all of this fresh food.
It's like a
For no
1945 comedy. Say, what's the big idea? That's his face.
Dusty
right now.
Rhodes Muffler says it's something I'd do, to be fair.
I mean, we all understand the thoughts. The what are those called? Those thoughts that
Intrusive.
intrusive thoughts. Thank you.
Compulsion.
But
Knocked over the tray full of food. Which,
much damage?
You know, was unfortunate. It was Mother's Day. We had to make that food again. We had to clean the floor.
Luis Garcia, owner of Garcia Seafood.
Why
Grill
is this
Fish
a
Market
news
on the Miami
story?
River, told me
Because it's
the video
hilarious.
is
You
shocking
keep
to
saying
watch.
that, but
It's
then
his
you show
general
us something
manager, he
fucking
says, was
hilarious.
first
That's
confronted
why.
by the man who
Play the
walked
rest of that
right
footage. I want to
past
see
the
if they
line of
reuse
families
that
with
food.
Mother's Day reservations.
He literally walks up to one of our staff and kind of puts his chest in his, which was uncalled for.
Video from the restaurant patio shows what Garcia said is that man demanding to be seated. And as his general manager begins calling the police, he's followed as he tries to avoid a confrontation after repeatedly asking the man to leave.
When he was approached, he got aggressive.
While days have passed since the disturbance for Garcia's diners,
trying it again.
worry this person may have been mentally
came back and
struggling
did
with
this
something
again.
more.
We don't know what this gentleman was going through.
That said, it's the irrational
threw
and
over
unpredictable
another
actions
tray?
that are
Why,
concerning for the
you-
public. For that reason, police want to find him.
This type of behavior warrants that we find this person.
Really?
Police want to
Gotta
find him.
lock
What's
him
the
up.
crime?
And get
Knocked
this,
over some
since the
fucking
incident,
food?
several
Like, come
people
on.
have actually
Oh wait, several people have reached out.
reached out to the restaurant to offer to tip that waiter and compensate him for what has happened. He says
Compensate
that's
him
really
for
been
what? He didn't
humbling
lose
for
anything.
him. As for the man responsible, well, if you recognize the man in that video, you are urged to contact Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers. That number, 305-471-TIPS. For now in Miami, Roy Ramos, Local 10.
Roy Ramos, come on, buddy.
Many people have reached out to News 10 to say that lo mein on the floor looked extremely delicious, and can they have some?
Wow.
What kind of food was that, by the way? It looked like Chinese
like seafood.
Oh, seafood.
The restaurant was a seafood restaurant.
I see.
So nothing you would have wanted anyway, Darren. So for you, this is like a victimless crime.
Fuck this. This is like that fucking teacher when she started talking. Get the fuck out. Looked good
I
at
love all the comments being like, how dare you say he was struggling with something? That gives him no right to behave that way.
He was struggling with wanting to get seated, and they didn't seat him in time. He was struggling with his appetite.
YouTube commenter, it's always the outrage. Always, it's never gonna be like, oh, listen, the guy might be mentally ill, you know.
Yeah.
Never gonna find that kind of compassion.
Here's a good one. That's the first time he ever tipped in a restaurant.
What? That's solid. That's a good joke. I like that. That's a good old school pun. I like that.
He didn't just hit the tray. He grabbed the tray, pulling it down purposely.
Okay. Thank you, counselor.
Thank you.
What's the difference? That's the same thing. They're all weighing in with their fucking subhuman behavior. Okay, follow that guy for 24 hours.
Yeah,
See what
only 50% of the comments are racist, so that's an improvement.
For Florida, that's pretty good.
It's 50% racist, 50%. Oh, everyone's offended by everything now. That's like every comment on every YouTube video now. It's like, why can't we go back to the days when no one was offended by anything?
So we're not supposed to be offended by the flipping of the food, or by what?
I don't know.
What are they reacting to?
Maybe the guy is offended that he didn't get a seat and he flipped the thing over.
Oh,
I don't know.
No,
Honestly,
that happened after, I believe, that interaction where he couldn't get a seat.
Are you
so
sure?
wait, he flipped the tray and then wanted to be seated?
No, Rob. I think he flipped the tray
be.
on the way out.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Oh,
I
okay.
think so. Yeah. He's like, "Fuck this." Honestly,
imagine he orders the food, he sees it coming, then he gets up and knocks it over, and then complains.
New arrest record.
Like, where's my food?
I can see them. They didn't seat him because he's black or something. You know, who knows? I mean,
There were other black people there, though, I think.
I don't know.
There was another food-related crime story that I wanted to discuss. Something that we've all
Records say a Kissimmee Checkers worker shot and killed a customer.
Does this woman teach an art class?
A food order. Shot and killed a customer after a dispute over a food order and an exchange of offensive names. The suspect, 23-year-old Elijah Mackey, appeared before an Osceola County judge just in the last couple hours.
State versus Elijah Mackey.
The Checkers employee accused of shooting and killing a customer will remain in the Osceola County jail on no bond.
What is he wearing?
Deputies say an argument over a food order heated up between Elijah Mackey and customer Wesley Robertson. According to these new arrest records, Robertson complained about his order to one of the female employees and requested to speak with a manager several times. That's when investigators say Mackey walked over to the window and began arguing with Robertson. Robertson called Mackey offensive names, and that's when deputies say Mackey reached inside his waistband and pulled out a handgun.
Well, it is
shooting
Florida.
And killing the customer.
Whoa!
Carrying a gun at work. That's insane.
Friday,
He's not only carrying a gun at work, but like in your waistband,
on his person,
ready to go.
On his person in a Checkers uniform.
By the way, this is something a pet peeve of mine in these news stories. Who was that? That's just a guy in line waiting for a burger.
Yes,
like, who the fuck?
The man on the street
yeah.
interview.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who gives a fuck what he thinks about
I
it?
always think about that too. Is like it's such a staple of these local news reports, these man on the street interviews. But it's like
They never contribute anything.
They just need a transition point. You know, they
Yes,
just need a transition from one part of the voiceover to the other, so they get men on the. I've thought about this so much lately about like why do they waste time with these random people giving these generic takes?
Here's the thing: the reporter cannot say what happened was horrible because that's biased. But if the reporter asks a random person on the street to say the obvious thing, then
you're right. Yeah, because I always feel like, for example, like the story in my head is like, oh, oh, the prices of the subway are rising, and they're like, and regular passengers are really bothered by this, and then they just have a random person be like,
it's a cash grab, and they never do anything. They never make the stations better.
You're right. They can't say that.
They have to protect the journalistic integrity of Crocodile Tits, Florida Action News.
Could you imagine how brutal it must be working at this fucking Checkers in Florida that the dude shows up with a gun in his waistband to do his job?
Yeah.
That means that he has been confronted so many times.
Every fucking day.
N-words
that he's like, I need
times
protection.
Morning to night.
Yes.
Through as customers drove up to the fast food spot just to have to turn
And
around.
look, I want to say something. I don't think anybody deserves to be killed, but I think killing is a little far. But you should expect some repercussions if you're bitching at a fucking worker and calling them an N-word. Sorry.
Which do we know, or are we just assuming?
No, there was said. Well, we're assuming N-word, but he was called a slur.
Okay,
they said slurs or something.
Biked from the other side of town for lunch.
I just stopped here for a burger. It says it's closed.
No word yet on when the Checkers will reopen, but the fast food
Wait, can we go back? They just did a mini profile on a guy who biked there for lunch.
Yeah, what does that have to do? This is the sad impact of this shooting. It's not that someone died and another person is going to jail for the rest of their life. It's that this one elderly man wasted a bike ride.
I can't get a delicious Checkers hamburger.
Do you think the news crew gave him a lift to another lunch destination, to like an Arby's?
Oh,
they were just like,
I don't think the bike fit in their van.
We have to be impartial. We cannot take you.
I'm 50-50 whether this news station has a van.
Yeah, they might have their own bicycles that they're carrying.
The only way they found out about this story is they went to the Checkers for lunch and they were upset it was closed. Like, why the fuck is this closed?
That guy's the cameraman. He said, "Hey,
Elijah finally shot someone." We were wondering.
Hold this! I want to say something.
Jesus Christ.
Customers drove up to the fast food spot just to have to turn around. Tom Greco biked from the other side of town for lunch.
I just stopped here for a burger. It says it's closed.
No word yet on when the Checkers will reopen, but the fast food chain released a statement saying in part, the actions of this one employee does not reflect the values of the thousands of our hardworking employees across the country. We are working closely with the police in their investigation, and we are sending our thoughts and prayers to the guest family.
It's always nice when a company has to issue a statement and say you won't get shot if you patronize their business.
Checkers, our new slogan, fuck around and find out.
The headline says it's over missing mayo packets, which was not mentioned in the article. So this argument started because there was no mayo packets in that guy's bag. He started spewing the N-word.
I don't trust any like perishable thing like mayonnaise in a packet. I'm sorry. That can't be good.
But also, is that the whitest thing ever? That you call someone the N-word because of missing mayo? That might be the whitest thing that anyone's ever done.
Yeah.
Customer was playing checkers. The employee was playing chess.
I'm not sure that's an apt analogy. I don't think chess involves shooting people in the chest.
Read the second comment. The second comment is
it's not even real mayo. It's soybean oil and pea protein.
Now I trust it. Can I have that in my smoothie, please?
Looks like the typical suspects again.
There we go. 13 upvotes.
There's a related story. Checkers employee kills customer over fast food order, police say. I
Is
have
that
the
the
same
same
story. Let's see.
Oh, for fuck's
New
sake.
tonight, people at a popular tourist spot in Osceola County.
So that was the follow-up to this story.
For their lives last night after deputies say a Checkers employee shot and killed a customer
Greg
all over a
Warmouth.
fast food
Oh
order.
my God.
Good evening. I'm
Isn't that
Greg
the lead
Warmouth.
singer of
I'm
some
Martha Stigalski. We
Norse
first
metal
told you
band?
an eyewitness to this man, Elijah McKee.
What a
was
badass
arrested for murder.
walk, though.
This
What
all
is he
happened in
wearing?
Old
Why
Town
is he in a
next to
one-piece?
Fun Spot, Kissimmee.
You're
Gentleman,
fashion
Martin is live
critiquing
after
the
talking to
inmate?
people who were there.
I think he looks good.
And
All right.
Scott, this fast
Want
food
one?
joint is still a crime.
Would
scene.
you?
Hard to believe this is all over in a quarter.
Conjugal visit.
Martha, and that's exactly what people were telling me out here as
hello,
the
Scott.
quarantine tape still
Hold on,
blocking
time
off
out.
the drive.
He's standing in front of the backlit fucking. You
I
can't
was
see
just
him
going
at
to say,
all.
this is such bad production.
On
Like,
two
at
levels.
least put a light on him.
You can't see him. That's number one. Number two,
Yeah.
he's standing in front of the menu. Like, this is the funniest place to put him, is in front of the fucking Checkers menu.
Still blocking off the drive-through area. In fact, I talked to one man who says that he had just grabbed dinner here at this Checkers before the shooting, and also workers here at some of the rides and amusement rides here tell me that people started running when they heard the gunshots. A Checkers fast food location next to a tourist destination, now an active crime scene.
I don't think I've ever eaten Checkers.
I have.
I had it once. It's fine.
How is it different from White Castle?
Oh, way worse than White.
Oh, really?
Below mid.
Wow. Okay.
It definitely felt very mid. Yeah. But some people have to speak very highly of it.
From every
I'm not a fan.
There's one on Church Avenue.
There's one that was right by Rob's.
Is that right?
It's not there anymore, I don't think, right? But it was.
Oh yeah, no. It's thankfully now a Popeyes.
Yeah.
Much more useful.
Popeyes is better. I'm not a big fan of Popeyes.
Yeah.
They're way better.
I
than Checkers.
love Popeye. We've discussed a few weeks ago. We don't have to go into it.
Checkers and a customer got into an argument.
Okay, so we know. Don't shoot people over mayo packets, okay? Okay, folks.
I gotta say, at this point, like, Luigi Mangione has probably gotten more crowdfunded money than he could even spend. Can he donate like the overflow to this guy?
Yeah.
Can we
I
make
support
happen?
that.
Yeah.
I support that. If he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
So, since we're on the topic of restaurants, there's been something I wanted to talk about for a few weeks now that we've been kind of pushing back just because it's not necessarily time sensitive. But I think now's the time. So, I learned a few weeks ago that Vince Neil actually had a restaurant in Las Vegas. Oh, no. What?
Vince Neil's dead? Uh-oh.
For some reason, this link doesn't work for me. It says I've been blocked.
Oh,
You've been locked?
Oh, no.
What do you
What's
mean?
going on? These Yelp reviews. I'm blocked from these Yelp reviews.
Andy McCoy doesn't want you publicizing this restaurant. That's what happened.
It works for me.
It works for I can't get the link to work for some reason.
Maybe,
but maybe you
I'll
guys could do it.
share the full link in our group chat. Maybe that link will work.
No, yeah, I tried that. That didn't. Okay, there we go. Yes, that did work. Okay, great. So, Darren, if you want to load this up as well, the Yelp.com, the full Yelp link in the share page.
Will do.
So, Vince Neil had a restaurant. It's no longer open. Of course, it was in Vegas, called Vince Neil's Tatuado.
What? What does that
Tatuado,
mean?
I don't know. Eat drink party. What does Tatuado mean? Tatuado is a Spanish word meaning tattooed or having a tattoo.
Oh boy.
It could be used as a descriptive, adjective, or a noun depending on context. So it's a tattoo bar. So let's look at some of these
Well,
photos.
it's got 3 stars on Yelp, which is not horrendous. It's sort of like average.
Look at this photo,
Nicolas
baby.
Cage and Carrot Top?
Yes,
Oh
it's
my
Vegas.
God. Dear God.
So this is the bar. Now, Darren, if you look, so here is a remaking of the Rainbow Lounge in LA sign, but it says Tatuado.
Okay.
Darren, if you look on the links page, there is a review that I've wanted to read. I couldn't even find it on the Yelp page. I think it might have been deleted. But this is the best review I've ever read. And if you could read it in our favorite reviewer voice, it's on the links page. It's a screenshot on page 2.
Could you just give me a direct link right now so I can do it? Sorry.
I'll give you the link to the links page, and then you just scroll down.
Yeah, a little.
There you go.
I don't know why
It's the
my
Google
link
Doc.
didn't open it. Oh, all right. No, I got it. Okay. Oh dear. Is this Ken Pierce's? Ken's our friend's voice.
Yes, please. So it's a 1-star review.
But this just what's the? It's just going straight to no. What's the person's name?
David W. No. Stay on the links page. There's a
Scroll
screenshot.
down.
Scroll down.
Oh, I see. Oh, I got it. Okay. Vince Neil, you son of a bitch. You've got some nerve. There's no way Vince ever ate here. Because either the food would have killed him or he would have killed himself out of shame or retribution to the people who accidentally ate there, like me.
Accidentally.
Better option. Yeah, he tripped and fell inside.
Yeah, right.
And some food went in his mouth. Better options. Taco Bell in an outhouse. Vending machine food at a state prison. Or your vomit out of a toilet that you just puked in. Instead of incarcerating Vince for this crime on humanity, Vince's punishment should be the Vince Neil Tatuado experience. Waiting forever for horrible food, being forced to listen to his terrible music that was relevant for about 5 seconds 100 years ago.
Wow.
Beautiful. What a great review.
Do we have any shots of like the food itself or the menu? I wonder what was on offer.
Let's see.
Is it just like nachos and sliders?
Here's just like a whole video of the.
Such a fucking fake Planet Hollywood.
Yes.
It looks like a very janky bar.
Yeah.
Well, that's his brand.
Also true.
The wallpaper design is not bad, but even still, like this looks so tacky.
Yeah, I can't imagine the food being good even without that review. I mean,
And every shot, the place is empty. There's not a single patron.
Right.
There we go.
Is that
There we
Pitbull?
go. No, this was
Joe Montana,
Kevin Sullivan,
James Michael. I think is his name. I don't know. So these are just user photos, by the way. I want to be clear.
Oh no! Why would you take your little daughters? So there's beer, there's cocktails, but I'm curious about the food.
Let's see. Over 50 million
text reviews about the food.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Not good. There is a photo of what appears to be a very shady omelet, like 7 home fries and a burnt piece of toast.
A half-toasted piece of toast.
Right.
It looks like what breakfast would have been like at Fire Festival.
And they put the butter container on the toast, not on the.
It's just so gross.
I have to hope that whoever took the picture did that, and that's not how it was served.
But 2 different photos showed the same thing.
But it was probably from the same person, no?
Yeah, same person. Same person.
Oh, I see. So they ordered 2 of them then.
And then this is a different person. Now it's 2 pancakes, the tiniest scramble you've ever seen, and the ugliest 2 pieces of sausage you've ever seen.
It looks like McDonald's-ish breakfast. Sort of.
Yeah.
The pancakes look like skin scrapings from a human being.
No.
Like a lesion that was taken off.
Ooh,
What is that?
That's steak and eggs.
That's steak?
That's a steak? Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. It looks like an insole from the bottom of a shoe.
Well, hold on. Zoom in. It said $7.99. So this was 10 years ago, but still, $7.99 for a steak is like Tad Steaks prices.
Yeah. And
so
you get eggs.
That's what you get. Yeah.
You didn't even
It's
get eggs.
sub-Tad. Yeah.
It's Tads.
What did he do? Like a fucking karaoke night?
There we go. Oh wow, that looks so bad. These nachos look.
That guy looks like he's about to barf.
His dead eyes. Here's the pre-vomit dead eyes.
He looks like he's about to go to the back and flip over a tray.
I would.
What is?
Oof,
Oh, it's a
this is
pie with whipped cream
a la
and
mode.
wait on
Yes,
the
ice
left.
cream and whipped
That's
cream.
ice cream. That off-white, weird looking,
Right.
foam insulation looking.
It's beige ice
Cool.
cream.
Every food in this restaurant has the wrong color.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they have a burger with a donut as the bun.
Of course. They do. I mean, this was right in the era when like every burger place had that as a wacky option.
Okay, this is the first edible thing. The
Is it
chicken
chicken-
fingers.
chicken
yeah,
tenders, chicken wings?
Yeah, how do you mess that up? Yeah. The clientele. Love it.
The fucked up thing is every food item had shards of broken glass in it from car wrecks that Vince had gotten in at various times.
There's just remnants of Razzle in the chicken.
Oh my God.
What a depressing looking cappuccino. Okay, more steak and eggs. Let's read some more reviews, Darren, if you don't mind, on this Yelp page.
Sure.
It's a 5-star.
Yeah.
What? I don't believe that.
But
Great
by
time,
far the
reasonable
most reviews
prices.
were 1-star.
Should we just load the 1
Yes,
star?
of course. Of course.
Okay, here we
Of
go.
course.
What a disgrace.
What a disgrace. Firstly, we were told we could each eat for around $20. No. The kids menu, maybe. I'm wearing a snappy little black dress. So my legs, she teach an art class? So my legs are exposed. The host sat me at a booth with such torn vinyl it was scratchy and unsanitary. We finally tracked down another host and was sat at a table literally in a puddle of water. Totally unsafe for a lady in heels. It was dead and loud. There's no excuse. Well, that's Vince Neil's brand too.
Yeah.
We left before eating. I have included a pic of the ratty ass booth for your discernment.
In her defense, it does look like a ratty ass booth.
Yeah, it looks like El Greco Diner or something.
It looks like the middle portion of a Vince Neil dick pic.
I did think this was flesh of some kind.
Yeah, it's just shaft.
Here's another one. Another one star from Tess.
Oh boy. Let me start off by saying our afternoon lunch service was the worst. Our waiter seemed like he was in a hurry instead of being attentive. And no, it wasn't that busy inside.
Goes without saying.
We ordered there by the 18 photos of emptiness.
Yeah.
We ordered the nachos for an appetizer, and it was not appetizing at all.
Zing.
Reminded me of a sloppy Tex-Mex meets I'm trying to be healthier nachos. The nachos was heavily smothered in watery chili. No meat sauce, red beans, tons of jalapenos, olives, and what seemed like nuked shredded cheese on top of the That's a big thing at the Chinese places that do Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
Always nuked microwave shredded cheese, and it's like one big layer, like a papery layer.
I actually don't hate that. It feels like very old school, like do it yourself.
Fair enough. I don't know that I want that at a restaurant,
nachos.
but
It's like a nostalgic thing for me.
My better half ordered the all-American burger, and I ordered the egg U. But what's an egg U? Is that a Vince Neil pun from Motley Crue that I don't know?
I don't get
Egg
it.
U burger. The burgers looked good when they arrived at our table and tasted delicious at first bite. This doesn't sound like a... Okay. Oh, okay. Our ghost waited, never came back to ask us how we were doing until towards the end of our
He
meal.
knew you were doing bad. So
You know what it is? Most people run screaming to the bathroom before so like they don't even think to check back.
The waiter was waiting by the bathroom to catch them. And then he never showed up.
And then they flipped this tray
It's
over.
like, oh my God, they might have died at the booth. I should go check.
Napkins were needed. And so was that's an interesting passive voice thing. Mistakes were made and napkins were needed. And so was a glass of water. I asked for a to-go cup to take my iced tea with me, the only edible thing. And he ignored that request and brought us the bill instead. Where did they get this guy from? Ugh. 1 star is for the burger. I think that means it would be 0 without the burgers, but it's making it sound like the burgers were bad.
I also don't know that you can give 0 stars.
Right. Okay. So then just don't review it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is a serious.
Oh my
Look at
God,
that.
this is.
Oh, and there's photos. Let's
Netflix
go.
series.
This could be our last
This
one
whole
for now.
thing. All right. For starters, all of this again, the fucking seat cushion.
Yeah.
All of their seat cushions are extremely worn out to the point that they were uncomfortable, and I felt like I was tilted and falling the whole time.
I just want to say, if it's just one person saying, it's like, okay, maybe they're being a little too particular. But now 2 people with the exact same complaint.
Yeah.
This is a real problem.
Well, we have Vince on the phone. Hey, man, that's one person using 2 accounts, man. Come on now. That ain't true. If I find them with my Zamboni, they getting flattened, man.
And we're going to check the IP addresses and find out Andy McCoy wrote all of these reviews.
Fuck the vinyl couches. Fuck the cheeseburger. Their water tasted like I was drinking sand.
Oh.
Super gritty. How do you fuck up water? Super gritty and just disgusting. I had to order a bottle of water. Listed for $2.50 on their menu, but we were charged $3.50.
Yesterday's bottled water price is not today's bottled water price. How many times do I have to say it?
Brought me a Curvis bottle of Pellegrino. Our waitress, Elizabeth, gave us, we got to call her out, gave us our menus and got us our waters. Then she disappeared for a while, and a different waitress with black hair pulled into a tight ponytail.
Why do we need to know that? How are her eyelashes?
Eddie Deason wrote this.
Yeah.
He came and took our orders and told us she'd be helping Elizabeth with our table. We ordered the spinach artichoke dip for our appetizer. It took a while to come out and wasn't that awesome. It had, what was it? Did it say the awesome spinach artichoke dip? What am I missing here? It had way huge artichoke hearts and barely any to dip. I ordered the wild side BBQ bacon burger, and my boyfriend ordered the ulcerator burger. Well, that sounds good. It came out like right after our appetizer. Annoying. Scroll down.
Oh, sorry.
Scroll down, please. Oh, that's too far. Reading this whole thing. Oh my god.
Jesus.
I asked for my wild side BBQ bacon burger with no cheese, and it came out with absolutely nothing on it. Just a plain burger. Not even BBQ sauce or bacon.
That's the whole name of the. She said the whole name.
Just plain. The food runner just dropped off our food and walked away. So I didn't even have time to tell him that it was wrong. We waited around looking for at least one of our waitresses, and we couldn't find her.
I feel so bad.
A nice lady sitting at a table next to us asked me what was wrong, and I told her, and she even tried to help us flag down a waitress. Finally, a hostess or something went to get Elizabeth. I told Elizabeth that it wasn't what I had ordered. I told her I wanted the wild side BBQ burger with everything else, just no cheese. She took my burger that had just been sitting on my table, untouched, as I waited around for someone I could inform about the mistake. She came back out in literally 2 seconds with some old and stale bacon. A mess of old onion
I'm
strings.
so into this story right now.
Cold BBQ sauce.
Cold barbecue. Is there more barbecue sauce?
And said,
room temperature, I guess.
For some reason, they thought you wanted nothing on the burger. Now, why in the world would I order the wild side BBQ burger if I wanted nothing on it?
Oh my God, what happens next?
I took a few bites. I already knew I hated it on the first bite, but I wanted to eat. I was so hungry.
Oh, I'm enthralled.
After the 3rd bite, I had to put it down.
No!
Old Yeller. It tasted like I was eating a cube of ice. Everything was so hard and cold. Again, Elizabeth was nowhere to be found.
Come on, Elizabeth.
A busser noticed we were unhappy, and he asked me what was wrong. I told him, and he went to grab our waitress with the black ponytail. She came
Not
back
Elizabeth.
and
Was this Miss Elizabeth, and this is the day she died?
How long
This is
ago
how they
was
found
this?
out?
Check the dates. Elizabeth.
2017.
Okay. Well,
No, she was already
getting epilepsy here. Okay. She came back and was super apologetic. She asked if I wanted something else, but I just wanted my money back because I did not want to wait for another shitty meal from here. After she took my plate away, Elizabeth comes by and asks, "So the burger still wasn't what you wanted?"
Oh my God.
And I tell her, "It's what I wanted. It was just really nasty." And she rolled her eyes, shrugged her shoulders, and just walked away. Wow, right? No apology. Like there's someone in the audience going, "Amen," right? Wow, right? No apologies, nothing. We rarely ever complain or ask for refunds, but this time I had to. The manager also came and asked if we'd like to replace our entree or remove it from the bill. I told him remove it from the bill.
And then he flashed his gun in the fucking waistband of his pants and we left.
Florida. My boyfriend's ulcerator burger came out correctly the first time.
Ulcerator is the name of the burger?
Yeah,
Jesus
she mentioned
Christ.
it before. I was going to say,
fuck.
If you order an ulcerator, I mean, you don't really have a right to complain.
Seriously.
Yeah.
The other one, the BBQ, valid complaint. Ulcerator, you're getting an ulcer. But they were super skimpy on the front. You want more food in this shitty, disgusting restaurant?
The food is terrible in such small portions.
Less than 10 fries came on the plate. I personally didn't like this burger either. It looked and sounded like it should have been packed with flavor. Sounded.
The flavor of stomach acid? Like, what are you talking about?
It just tasted like ham and dry meat. At least they refunded me. I'm really glad the girl with the black ponytail was helping Elizabeth, because if she had been our only waitress, I'm sure we wouldn't have gotten any service at all. I wish I remembered the other girl's name because she was really wonderful. I was still hungry, but scared of the restaurants and deli in Circus. But I knew Auntie Anne's wouldn't let me down.
This is just a backdoor ad for Auntie Anne's?
Yes.
What's going on here?
Reveal. So, for dinner, I wanted to try this place, but instead I ate a pretzel from Auntie Anne's on the way out from this place. Worst service and even worse food here at Vince Neil's. If I could give it 0 stars, I would have. Maybe it would have been better if it was Nikki Sixx's restaurant.
Low blow.
Oh! And there's photos. Here's the ulcerator. That looks brutal.
Well, she said
there
only
really are a very few amount of fries. There could
when
be
she
more
said
fries.
only 10 fries came on the plate, maybe she meant that blob of shit that was on there was actually fry cum.
And also, like, go to the spinach and artichoke dip. Typically, you don't serve nacho chips, like tortilla chips with that. You serve, like, pita chips, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't even get that part right.
Oh, well. Do you expect inconsistent, coherent cuisine from
definitely
this place?
not.
Another person complaining about the service. Love it.
I mean, to some degree, I don't have any sympathy for this people. Do you think you're going to get good food at a Vince Neil restaurant? Maybe if you don't know who Vince Neil is, I can buy that. You just walked into this theme-looking restaurant. Okay, perhaps. But if you know who Vince Neil is, like, you should expect disgusting food.
Yeah.
Like, this is the guy who probably ate, like, someone's vomited chili off the floor while he was fucking 3 groupies at a time.
Like, seriously, you should only come here for, like, booze.
Yeah.
Go get the food somewhere else.
He probably knows booze.
Yeah. Or, like, if you're getting, like, a shot of Jack Daniels or something, you can't really fuck that up.
I'd like to
see. Went to Vince Steele's place.
Can you, Rob, please check out the manager? Did a manager reply to a critical complaint? I want to see what this is, just generic or if it's. It looks like a generic.
Huge renovation, yeah.
Oh,
they're replacing the damaged seating within the next week.
Sometimes they argue with the complainers. I want to see
yeah.
one of those. But No such luck. That's that.
Yeah, all right. Well, you get it. You can look it up yourself.
Sorry.
What
there was one more. There was one more response to a complainer. Well, maybe we get lucky. There we go. Oh,
We're
no.
sorry. No.
Okay, I tried.
Yeah.
If only Vince Neil was in the replies.
Oh my gosh.
Can you do one more thing? One more thing. Sorry. Go back to where you just were, please. Control F guacamole, because I just saw a very funny comment, but I want to expand on that and see what else they said. Stay away from the guacamole was what I saw.
No, I can't find it.
Oh,
wait. No. Hold on. I see what's wrong. 1 second. 1 second.
There it is. Stay away from the guacamole.
And this is a 2-star review. This isn't even a
2-star review. Yes.
Stay away from the guacamole. Born and raised Cali girl. Let me tell you, we perfected guacamole. This one had no cilantro, onion, salt, chile serrano, and my boyfriend is from Michoacan, Mexico. God. Would not eat or after sampling it. He wouldn't eat anything after sampling it. Ruined his taste buds. Fast forward to our steak, I guess, which was gatit, seasoned to perfection. Oh, that's not. Oh, they went good. Oh, have to be a genius to fuck that up. The veggies
cooked 8, and the veggies weren't bad. The typos of this one are outstanding.
Well, Vince Neil's food fucked her up.
Her fingers were covered in guacamole.
The photos before we go.
There was a photo of Vince in there.
That's
just like a press photo. Yeah.
He wouldn't go in this disgusting dump.
Yeah,
what is that? Go back up for a second. On the right, is that like corn on the cob? What is that? Mozzarella sticks?
Yeah, mozzarella sticks.
Okay. Do you see that mozzarella sticks with Cabernet Sauvignon in the background? Like, what are we doing here?
Class?
What are we doing?
That's got to be the $5 version of Cabernet Sauvignon.
Seriously.
Like Chateau Diana from the Stop and Shop.
They literally have cups that are toilet bowls.
Appropriate.
Cool. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Why would you be proud to drink that and like put it on your Yelp?
Yeah.
I drank out of a toilet at Vince Neil's restaurant.
The steaks look so bad.
Yeah, they
really
do.
look like Tad steaks.
These look like the worst chunk, like the chunks of meat they throw out at the steakhouse. Like they pick them up.
That's a steak prepared by someone who hates steaks. That's what that is.
You could tell that they haven't changed the oil at this restaurant.
They look soggy.
And the moment they got the fucking place. And really, like, look, now that woman mentioned it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 10 fries in here. Get out of here.
Let's count the rice grains
now. All right. Enough publicity to Vince Neil's failed restaurant.
I think in this case there is such a thing as bad publicity.
Yeah. Oh, they have rockaritas. See, instead of margaritas.
Oh, that's clever. Using the word rock to replace something else. Inventive.
Vince Neil's Tatuado. Live it, breathe it, rock it.
Yeah.
What?
And then there's an old 70-year-old lesbian pointing at you. Vince Neil.
What is this? Oh, I guess biscuits and gravy? Oh my God. That is so sad.
It looks normal, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's sort of hard to fuck that up.
If anyone can.
That's true.
Whoever does the plating here is terrible.
They don't care. It's just clear they don't care about the food.
Well, this was fun.
That was a romp.
Oh, kids eat free with the purchase of any entry.
We kept it classic today. All the Livecast favorites: Fat Joe, Tits and Ass, Vince Neil.
Yeah, Fat Joe, Fat Vince.
Yeah, murder. Flipping trays. Bad food.
All right. Well, let's talk about our playlist. Each of us.
Murder.
Sorry. How to get that in? Go ahead.
Each of us pick a song. We throw it on a playlist. We call it the RIP Livecast Music Break. You can check it out on Spotify for free. for free. Well, there probably might be some ads because that if you don't pay for Spotify Premium,
free with ads. Nothing wrong with that.
For me, my pick this week is from the soundtrack of the movie Sinners by Ryan Coogler. I saw it this week in a theater, in an IMAX theater, which I have to say, if you haven't experienced a film for IMAX movie in a real IMAX theater and not a Limax theater, you're missing out on quite a cinematic experience. It is truly like, wow. I was like, wow, what a moment. Because it, you know,
turned into Christopher Walken.
I'm like whoa, man. It's like, you know, this.
And then you turned into John Travolta.
You did like, when you weren't trying to do Christopher Walken. You did a great Christopher Walken.
You're right. The screen is like 70 feet tall, and there are, you know, when they're using the IMAX specific cameras, the whole screen is filled up, and it is such a joy to watch. Like, there's so much detail. It's so crisp. It's essentially ruined non-IMAX movies for me. Like, I will not go to a theater to see a non-IMAX movie because it's like, what's the point? I could just watch it on my screen. I have a great screen at home. But
you don't have you know, there's something in between your home screen and like.
No, I understand, but like for me, it feels like it's not worth the schlep unless it's this, because this is so. It really is. It's great. I can't say enough good things about it, and it's crazy because, you know, some of the movie is not shot in IMAX; it's shot in traditional film, so you get the letterboxing in some of the scenes, and it really creates a stark contrast. And it's interesting how they use that to play into the movie as well, like what scenes they decided to have the letterbox and what scenes they decided not to. Anyway, great film, best film of the year so far, easily. It's going to be nominated for a ton of Oscars. And the soundtrack really stood out to me. I don't typically go and listen to the soundtrack of a movie right after watching the movie, but I did hear there was a lot of really, really good blues. Maybe you want to go to a blues club. Blues is a very central element of the story, and it really plays into what goes on in the movie. And I looked it up, and the composer of all the songs, the lead
Alex
music
Skolnick.
director,
Oh,
is a guy named Ludwig Göransson.
Oh yeah, that guy does a lot of movie music.
Yeah. Well, he does all of Ryan Coogler's movies actually, and then he does a ton of stuff on his own. They met in college apparently, and they've been friends ever since. And the more I dug into the music, the more I was very, very impressed with some of the influences. Apparently, a big influence on the film was the Metallica song "One," and Lars Ulrich even contributed drums to some of the songs on the album,
and
which
it's
I
still
didn't
good?
know. It's still good. It's really
wow.
good. And on the soundtrack, I didn't hear the song in the movie, but Ludwig, he says Metallica was a very big band for him, and metal in general was a very foundational genre for him. So he has a track on here, a very, very fun track with Jerry Cantrell singing of Alice in Chains, and that's my pick. It's called "In Moonlight," and it's a very somber, grim song, and I really like it.
I'm going to see that probably Memorial Day at my favorite theater, the Regal Essex in Lower East Side.
Nice.
Right by the Williamsburg Bridge.
I'm going to see Friendship tomorrow.
Oh, that's a great theater. I really like that theater.
Love that theater. My favorite in New York City.
My favorite, just because it's the only IMAX, is the AMC Lincoln Square. But it's kind of annoying to get to. But
I love IMAX. I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying I like seeing them in more intimate settings too.
I hear you. It is a big theater. There's like 300 seats. It's a schlep, but it's such an. I genuinely feel like a kid when watching movies in that theater. Yeah, that's cool though. So Darren, what's your pick?
Oh well, I was going to pick a song by Suicidal Tendencies. I was informed by Sid that the song is already, and I don't think I played that song. Did I?
It wasn't me.
I don't think so. It was Deja Vu. Feel Like Shit.
Oh,
Feel Like Shit. Deja Vu is the title.
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't have. I like that song, but I don't think I would have picked
maybe
it.
I really don't remember it. But or maybe we had a guest that played it or something.
It's possible that it was maybe the week after you were like you had COVID and you picked it to like reflect how you were feeling. I vaguely remember that, but I could be wrong.
That could be right. But anyway, so just to avoid repeating myself, I picked Infectious Grooves, which is the band made up of members of Suicidal Tendencies. And this is a song that is on the heavier side. That most of their songs are very like kind of goofy and funny and silly and like funk, funk mixed with metal. But this song is like kind of grindy, but also kind of stupid and silly about one of his fictional family members that's like a psychopath that comes back to disappears and then comes back to assault the family and fuck with people. So, and it's called Cousin Randy. Nice. And it could be about, he doesn't push anyone off of anything, so I don't think it's that Randy. But anyway, that's my pick.
All right, for me, first off, R.I.P. to George Wendt. Passed away this week, great actor. Turns out he was also big into punk rock. And Rob found on social media somebody posting, apparently George Wendt was at the same Fugazi concert that me and Lonnie went to in 1997 that we both still say is the best concert we've ever been to. And George Wendt was there. We had no idea. That's fucking crazy.
Full of surprises, that guy.
Seriously. So there's that. And okay, my pick is I actually found a new metal band this week for the first time ever.
Wow.
It's a band called Cringe Blizzard from Austria. And I found this band because the latest episode of Conan O'Brien Must Go, he goes to Austria, and the lead singer of this band is a nice young lady who's a big fan of his, and he visits her, and he sings with the band at one of their shows. And they're like sort of like In Flames here, maybe a little bit grimier than that, but that kind of style. And the name of the song I picked is called Beer and More Pierogi. It's really good. It's really good. And I found it through fucking Conan O'Brien. And Jander submitted a pick this week. If I could take things down a notch and make it a little bit more somber. Jander picked the song These Dreams by Heart. And he says, since as far back as I can remember, Heart was one of the bands that my mother and I shared. When I was little, I would help her tidy up the house, and we always had music playing. Heart was always in heavy rotation. I will be seeing them in June. It will be the first time that I'll be seeing them without her there. So this is my belated Mother's Day pick that I meant to submit last week.
Oh, I do have a very special place in my heart for Heart. I love Heart.
Love Heart.
The Wilson sisters. Wait, no, the Wilson sisters is different, right?
No, that's them.
That's them. Okay,
yes.
I was thinking of who was I thinking of? Wilson
Phillips.
Oh, no, that's different.
That's different.
Yes,
different Wilson.
Anne and Nancy Wilson in Heart.
Yeah, are so good. Like which one's Anne is the singer? No,
yes.
Anne's the guitarist. No, Anne's the singer. Okay, great. Nancy is such a Nancy.
It's okay.
Is an unbelievable guitarist. I really enjoy her shredding, and I just love Heart. And I think Jander and I kind of had a discussion about this because as part of this tour, which I didn't know, they were doing Led Zeppelin covers, and if I had known, I would have gone because when Led Zeppelin were getting their Kennedy honors back in the Obama administration. They always have an artist come out and perform their songs.
They give Kennedy Center honors to non-Americans?
I guess so.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they had the Wilson sisters come out with Jason Bonham, the son of John Bonham, on drums. And this whole church choir, and they somehow made Stairway to Heaven sound even more epic to the point that Robert Plant was in tears. This is the coldest Iceman in the world. He hates Led Zeppelin. Like, not that he hates it, but he's just over talking about it. Sure. He's over it. He's moved on. It's no one. He's still an active artist, so he wants to talk about his current stuff. But like for him to be so emotional, right? For him to be so emotional about this, it's like that tells you the level of the performance. And I would watch this. I would get chills watching it. I'd be like, man, it would be so cool to see them perform some of these songs live. So I was interested, but Jander surprisingly was not interested and would rather a full Heart set. So I thought that was an interesting discussion.
They have a perfect mix of like powerful voices, but also wholesome and like inspiring.
Yeah,
I think that's the way I think of it.
I do love when they lean on their heavier stuff, like Barracuda, like that Gallop riff.
Yeah.
So good. All right, folks, that's our show. I want to also mention, if you need a little more Livecast in your life, or if you want to throw us a little tipski in the jar, obviously the show's free. You can hit up our Patreon, patreon.com/RPLivecast. $4 a month gets you access to bonus episodes. We have 5 years of bonus episodes in the tank, and you could check them out. You get access to all of them when you get the membership. And our most recent episode is a watch along of Don't Die, the Man Who Wants to Live Forever, the billionaire vampire documentary. We had a lot of fun roasting this motherfucker, so you will enjoy it. And then when does it? Oh, I guess we have another week.
8 days. I was going to say, I definitely wanted to tease that new one.
We have a great one going on next month, but we'll talk about it next week. Also, we have a great bonus episode that we did last month of Links Too Hot for the Main Show, where we, in the spirit of roasting Vince Neil, we spent like a good 20 minutes roasting the most recent Motley Crue single. So lots of great stuff in the archives, documentaries, watch-alongs. We do roundtable discussions about movies. My favorite segment is the Livecast Hall of Fame, where we induct past memes into legendary infamy. So check it out, patreon.com/RPLivecast. $8 a month gets you a shout out at the end of the show as a top Livecast fan of the week, which is right now. How are we doing it, folks?
What did each of these people like the least about Vince Neil's restaurant?
Okay, Benjamin really hated those vinyl seats. He was just like, this is not working for me. Dan R. ordered a quesadilla with no cheese, and they just brought a flat tortilla out for him.
What the hell is a quesadilla with no cheese?
He just got a flat tortilla then.
To be fair, to the Vince Neil establishment, that is a quesadilla with no cheese.
Yeah, seriously, Dan, what do you expect?
Massachusetts wanted whiskey. They brought him gin. It was cold gin, at least. He started singing a Kiss song. Lando Danks asked for water. They brought him seltzer. Weird. LaCroix just wanted a steak medium, but they could not produce any steak that wasn't charred well done. So he was a little disappointed at the hockey puck that he received.
That's the word.
It's pre-made.
Was that Lando Danks or LaCroix? I got lost.
That was LaCroix. You just did.
Okay. Corey and Scotty H were not let in because they're under 21.
But kids eat free.
Yeah, we saw kids in there.
Come on, Rob.
Oh, with the coupon, though.
Oh.
Their dad got the coupon.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Aaron had too many coupons, and they were like, sorry, we're not accepting any coupons tonight. You got to go.
Cheap fucks.
Jeremy, he is a notable Yelp reviewer, and they didn't want anything to do with him. They sent him to New York. They were like, let's go down the block. Mr. Schmertzler, oh my goodness, this guy, he wanted to sing karaoke. He wanted extra butter. They were like, get out of here. Douglas, who are you, Levison? He was questioning the validity of the platinum plaques on the walls. He could not believe that Vince Neil had that many.
Who are you?
Slinkies wanted more of those shoestring onions, and they refused to give him, so he just walked out.
They gave him actual shoestrings.
Yes.
That's what you asked for, man. Come on now.
Jander ordered the spinach dip, but they didn't actually put the spinach dip in the microwave before handing it to him, so it came out more like a spinach ice. And finally, Randy Blad just cursed them out in Russian. Folks, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, we didn't mention really the Discord, but the Discord is very important. Go there. We're all in there.
Yeah.
And there was something in the Discord that I mentioned about George Wendt, but I also want to repeat it here that you should know. I'm a super huge aficionado of Columbo. I've seen every episode like 10 times. There's an episode of George Wendt, with George Wendt as the killer in Columbo, that you must see if you care about Columbo. It's the worst episode of Columbo. It's not his fault. It's very poorly written. It's when Columbo was already kind of old. I think it's the third to last Columbo episode ever made.
Oh man,
kind of phoning it in at that point. But George Wendt somehow was directed to play this perfectly straight with no comedy whatsoever. He's a serious, unfunny guy in this show.
Was this when Cheers was already on?
Oh yeah, Cheers was done by this. I think.
Wow, okay,
way done. It's like 1999 or something.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah. So he's famous for Cheers already, and it's so terrible that it's funny. You should definitely go look this up. It's from the later run of Columbo. You will not be disappointed. Laugh out loud funny, but not unintentional.
If you want to hang out with us on our Discord, you can get the link at riplivecast.com. That's our show, folks. We'll be back next Sunday.
Yeah.
Check out our social media for the times and info. Until then, we love you. We kiss you. Bye-bye.
Bye.